What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Natty Boys Podcast. My name is Wayne, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Dirk Emrich and Brian Wynn. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, what's
up? Man, what's new? It's been like a couple of weeks since we filmed
I think it was like 3 weeks.
Honestly. Yeah, like 2 weeks. So sorry, guys. We've been busy. It's hard to get everyone together. This guy's in school, and then me and Dirk are just working. So it's like, and we're all in different time zones. So it's hard. But we're here. We're here for another great episode for y'all. What are we talking about today? What's the main topic?
Let's talk about mentality and bodybuilding.
Mentality and bodybuilding. Okay, but before we get into it, what's up, guys? Let's chat. Let's catch up, man. I know Dirk just got. For those of you that don't know, Dirk is sick.
Oh yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
COVID.
But you're getting better though. So.
So yeah. Just got COVID. I think I got the positive result. I think 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
And feeling kind of rough. Lots of symptoms, but it's getting better. And that's one of the things with training within your bodybuilding career. There will always be things coming up that aren't expected. So that's one of those time periods right now where something comes up, a little step back, but that's part of the game. And like the longer I train, the easier it is for me to accept it, kind of. So, and then 1 week off, and then we are back at it. So just focusing on recovering from that right now. So yeah.
How's training been for you guys?
It was immensely good before COVID, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I've been seeing videos. Whenever you post like your videos, I'm like, damn, this guy's putting up weight now. He's starting to push it. He's starting to push it.
The pressing and the RDLs look good right now.
Yeah.
Oh man,
like pressing, everything, bro, everything. So
huge PRs from session to session.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Brian? What's new? Anything? Just schooling, fucking working?
School, work, training's going really well. Like I don't think I've had a bad session. Yeah, it's been longer than I can remember, honestly. I'm in week 3 of the new training cycle. So I'm barely getting a lot of the movements down. I started incorporating glute bridges, the CAS glute bridges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pushing
on the chasm glute bridges, you said?
Yeah, those are really good right now. Yeah. They felt really awkward the first couple weeks because I talked about this with Dirk. Like the range of motions are a lot shorter.
Yeah, it's shorter. Yeah.
Compared
to hip thrust. You're comparing to hip thrust, right?
Interesting. Yeah, because you're at lockout, right? And then you come down like 2, 3 inches
down.
Yeah, right to where your knees start receding, and that's when you come back up.
It's such a weird feeling. How do you even gauge that? Honestly, it's so hard to gauge.
I kind of nailed it because then it's like
you just go by the feel, right? At that point,
yeah. Like once I start seeing my knees come back, that's when I come back up.
Okay. So you found like some type of standard, I guess.
Yeah. Because I used to with hip thrust too. I used to go into extension on the bench, like my spine would be like bent, like my rib cage would be crazy flared on the bench. Yeah. So now, I saw like the cue to keep it braced. Kind of move like a hinge,
Yeah.
It's been really good though. I've been just playing around with my stance width and everything.
No more deadlifts.
I think I finally nailed it. No more deadlifts
at all. You don't even want to get back to it.
I wasn't enjoying it.
I like watching you deadlift. He's so strong.
Because then I was like, I'm so focused on bodybuilding right now. The deadlifts aren't very exciting for me. Because I'm trying to go all in,
Yeah.
After seeing Dirk's glutes on stage, I kind of want to.
Just hammer
train my glutes directly too.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm the same way, bro. Training's been good though for me. On my end is like, just transitioning to that new gym, and then not too many new movements, but I'm like using different machines now and just like getting used to that single arm row. I'm still trying to find my groove. I feel like I'm starting to feel it.
I started incorporating that too. The unilateral like iliac.
Really nice. I like it. So I was like, let me just get good at it. And then also it's just like it's easy to set up. So and not be in people's way. You know what I mean? Because that whole the other one I was doing is kind of like hard to set up. So it's just not ideal. But same way, man. I think we're all just progressing real well. So I mean, if
Yeah,
you guys
mag
follow
grips
us on
look decent,
Instagram,
right?
you'll see like most of us post like pretty much every day training. I try to post like everyday training, but I feel like it's boring as fuck. But people like to see
Yeah,
it. So
it's boring. Yeah, no, like
yeah,
I think it's boring too. Like if I was following me, I'd probably have unfollowed already. But
yeah,
it's my training log, so I can post
yeah,
whatever the fuck
yeah.
I
People
want.
like to see it though. Like I feel like for me it's boring, but like people like to see it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
Like because
people
the thing
like
is, when I watch you guys, I like to see it. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah.
yeah. So it's like
You're
and then
finally starting to post more.
yeah.
train all
I'm happy
series
to
and
see
stuff. I
that.
enjoy watching it.
What are
And
you saying, Dirk?
that's what I realized compared to prep, man. Like the views and stuff is way less. During prep, it was like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny sometimes.
yeah. But yeah. What else? What else is new, man? You guys, we were just talking about the off air. We were just talking about the Natty News and SEMA episode. You guys watch that or no?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
I think I probably left off like a few minutes, but I got to most of it.
Yeah, he. Did you watch it, Dirk?
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah, it was a quick one. I love the episodes because they're real quick.
Yeah, just or something.
But
so
he
that's-
left like this one good gem where he spoke about fasted or just intermittent fasting.
Hmm.
And it
Yeah.
kind of made sense. You saw that part, Brian, or no?
I don't think I got to that part.
Oh,
How
so
far
pretty
in was
much. It was like one of the last thing. Like it was like probably the last like
Oh,
5
okay,
minutes.
okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good because he said he like when he was bodybuilding, he was talking about how he was just like so I guess closed-minded in a way where he just all that it was about was like what kind of like 3DMJ puts out there, like just energy balance and just counting macros and not really
Very
trying
straightforward.
not really trying like other methods of like I don't think I'm just gonna put it out there like keto and like different diets like intermittent fasting. And so like he's on Mark Bell's podcast, so he interviews like a bunch of different athletes and they do different things. And so he said he was influenced to try intermittent fasting and that the beautiful thing about it is that he said he feels like he could prep at any time and it'll be easy because compared to back in the day where it was harder because of how hungry you get during prep. When you're intermittent fasting, like you kind of desensitize yourself because you're fasting, right? So you're hungry, but you're kind of just like
Ignoring the hunger cues.
ignoring the hunger signals. So your body kind of gets used to that. And so when you actually go into an actual deficit and a cut, like a bodybuilding prep, it just becomes way easier because your body just used to ignoring those hunger signals. So it was interesting as fuck. I'm like, oh shit, that's true. Because like for me, now I think about it in hindsight, like whenever I there was times where I was just eating intuitively whenever I was hungry. And if I were to like if I was hungry at a certain point, and I wait like 15 minutes and just let the just try to ignore it, it just goes away from me. I don't know if it's like that for everyone, because I think for some people it's not like that. But it's like training your body to like kind of desensitize yourself to that hunger signal that your body sends. So it's interesting. It's an interesting just intermittent fasting. So that was cool.
My form of that was just staying busy with work or school. And not even think about food.
Exactly. If you're busy with other things, you're like
that same kind of idea though.
Yeah, same idea where you just kind of So and then he said
it's like
he said he feels like that's how he could stay lean all year round because he's doing it like that. And he says he feels like he could just cut easy and not be so hungry during a cut. But who knows? He says he's not gonna ever compete again, or I don't know. He's not really like he does jujitsu and all that.
I was waiting for it, man, since 2015.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I already figured he wouldn't because he's just like what's the point? At some point, I don't know. If you're not,
did you guys follow him back in 2015?
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember so him and Tyler used to be tight. So that's how I saw in SEMA. They used to go to college together or something, right?
No, they went to Olympus Coliseum, the gym.
Oh, okay.
They trained together back in the day.
Yeah. So
it was this very private gym, not that many members.
Yeah.
We had like gym meetups in the area. It was really cool.
You live by there or no?
2 hours away.
Oh shit! Damn, you drove all the way. I would do that too. Hell yeah! If that was like Yeah. But yeah. That's how I seen Nsima. I feel like I saw a video of them because when Tyler was recording a lot back then on YouTube, it was like they were in college or something. They were like in class together or some shit. I don't know if you've seen that, but I don't know. I forgot what.
Oh,
They both took off their shirt.
I think. Yeah, oh, it was the posing. Okay, so Berto did this a few years ago too, where the anatomy and physiology professor, he invited them in.
Oh, it was
And
that.
then-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he would like pick them from the crowd to come up and show like a posing routine. or
Physique.
whatever.
Yeah.
Show
Just
muscles, yeah.
just so the skeletal structure, I guess.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So funny.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's cool to see Nsima, but I think he's doing his thing, man. He's probably making
Yeah,
money,
he's doing his own
doing
thing
other
now.
things. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if at some point, if you don't, I don't know. Do you think like how? What do you think he like? You think he could be a world champ if he were to compete right now?
He got. I think he got
He's
fourth or
fucking
fifth.
big as fuck, dude.
He got fourth or fifth at Worlds.
At Worlds, right?
In heavyweights.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
year that
heavyweight.
Siobhan
Fourth,
won
fifth.
the heavyweights.
But yeah,
At the pro weights, he got 5th. Wow.
I think he got fifth. Yeah.
the heavyweight
Those
class.
are crazy, man.
But that was a
That was a stacked
stacked ass
class.
class, though.
Yeah.
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 I forgot who was competing, but I remember I was following because it was in Jersey that year, Atlantic City. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, but I ended
I
up
think
not
it
going.
was Siobhan.
Yeah, it was definitely
Chris
Siobhan 'cause
Sabuga?
she's from Jersey.
You guys know Chris in Sabuga? I think
Yeah.
that was
Yep.
season 2.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck,
remember.
I can't remember the other people.
Yeah. I just remember it was a stacked
least
year.
not the
It was a big
heavyweight
year
class.
for competing, at least. Like
Yeah.
for the physiques that year that were competing at Worlds.
That was the year that Brian Whitaker took the world.
Yeah, it was Siobhan and Brian, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was that year they were going against each other. That was a sick, that was
That
sick.
was such a sick lineup.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
God.
super stoked, like the next time we compete, how it will be, like who will compete as well and stuff.
Yo, I cannot wait for that, bro. Because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we're
That's
there,
crazy. Like being able to like recall back to the past years of competing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
And sometimes it's cool when some people are more so in the background, like Brian Whitaker or people like that who don't talk much about their career on social media. So sometimes they just pop up.
Yeah, that's also cool though. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like being very discreet with it. But nowadays, I mean, it's easy. It was. I feel like it's more easier back then where there's barely any social media. I mean, not
Like
that he, even now he doesn't post, but like I don't know. If I feel like if you live in this generation, most people are gonna be posted. You're gonna see like who you're gonna
Yeah.
go.
When he
Most
pulled up to WNBF Worlds this year, I was like, I
Yo,
was joking about it like a week before that. I was like, what if Brian Whitaker just walks in? He's a world champ. They're allowed to do that.
yo, I didn't even know. I would have tried to take a picture with him at least, like
Oh, yeah,
chop it
yeah.
up with him. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, we were waiting to tan. Like I saw him like with the mask on. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, honestly, like, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, shit, if he was wearing a mask, I probably wouldn't even have noticed him.
Yeah,
To be
I
honest.
fanboy, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to meet people like that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck,
Yeah,
because what, like, how many competitions are you gonna go to that he competes in the same competition
Yeah.
at this point, especially at his age? And then, like, it seems like he's more leaning towards like almost. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna
Aspect
retire,
of
but
it.
I feel like he's more like a family man. It's like a lot going on in his life, so it's not like.
Yeah, I think when you have a family and stuff, it's really hard to like.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a different focus because, like, it showed in his physique. No offense, I don't think he's.
Yeah,
like,
he still looked
still
incredible,
looked
but,
great, but like
definitely
it's just
wasn't
like
his best compared to the past
Exactly.
years.
exactly. So
Yeah,
it's like,
But I believe he'll bring it back.
yeah, he can definitely bring it back, but that just shows like, I guess the focus. You know what I mean? Maybe he's
Yeah.
focused on other things, like because he does have a family, and that's more important.
Yeah,
than
I'm sure he knew about these things going in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
He's probably
fair.
yeah, exactly. So, but
Definitely.
yeah, how many fucking that? Yeah, that was one regret. Because I saw the first time I saw him was on stage. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? How did I not?
You didn't know that before? You
No, I didn't know he
there?
was coming. I didn't
Oh,
know at
shit.
all. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have tried to talk to him at least, like chop it up and be friends with him. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah, I was talking to him. He was just really down to earth.
Yeah, like
He
what
was
the
down to
fuck?
earth as I was expecting.
That's why, honestly, that's the reason why I like going to like traveling to all these shows because I get to meet people. You know,
Meet them,
Worlds
yeah.
especially.
For me, man.
yeah,
Especially
yeah, worlds especially, bro.
world meet everyone, man. That's so cool.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to go to LA, bro. LA October, bro.
November.
Yes.
That's cool.
Or is November? Sorry.
November,
This year. It's
yeah.
gonna be lit this year too.
It's
gonna
soon,
be
man. It's
that
like
year.
months or something.
Yeah.
You guys saw the
Birdo.
pictures of Birdo?
Yeah, I
We
can't
all
wait. Birdo and Jeff. I haven't been seeing so much of Jeff's physique, but I know they're all gonna bring it.
Birdo's physique and downlighting though, that shit's nutty.
Yeah, he doesn't post the good lighting, bro. Usually,
Yeah, because I mean he'll just do that just so he doesn't like skew his
So-
perception. But
yeah. I wonder if he feels a lot of pressure with all the people that are like, I don't know. Do you feel because I feel like, if you have a social media following, people keep talking about you so much and big upping you. It's like now you have to perform. You can't come, what I mean? You have to come correct, or else you kind of let people down almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like at their
You
level,
could feel that way.
though, like there's that pressure. They know they have eyes on them, but I feel like they've just been doing it so long.
Yeah, true.
They're just gonna do it how they have
sure.
always. They're gonna
Yeah.
approach it how they've always done.
Yeah. But at the same time, like as a bodybuilder, you're always just very critical of yourself, no matter
Mhm.
what. You just don't think you're, something. You just get that body dysmorphia. You don't think you're fucking as good as you can get, or as good as you can be, even though you are like elite.
It's perfectly fine.
Exactly.
If you're mentally healthy, if you can see all the gaps in your physique that other people can't see, then it's like
as long as
you can reach to a level that other people can't perceive.
Yeah, as long as you don't it doesn't negatively affect you, I guess.
Yeah.
Where you fucking want to,
So that should be on the checklist before even starting a prep, that you're mentally healthy. And you have a healthy body image to go into it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get body dysmorphia. That's just
man. I always tell people that are going into the bodybuilding shows like that, man, like new beginners and people that aren't so well versed in this. It's like you're gonna fucking never be satisfied. You're of course you're gonna want to win. There's some people who are gonna want to win. You know what I mean? That's another thing, man. Like, of course you want to win, but don't let it negatively affect your mood and shit. Because
definitely.
Yeah.
I met a guy backstage, and
you're gonna run into fucking Brian on stage.
Bro, I met a guy in 2016 backstage, and then this guy was like, I came this far. I'm not gonna lose. Like, I came to win. Like, he was just bringing down the vibe in the backstage. Like, everyone's just trying to have a good time. This guy was all trying to
right. And it's cool to have the mentality like that, but
just
bro, when you meet the people that really do this shit too, like, because sometimes you're not going to be the best person there, and you don't know. It's never guaranteed. Because, like you said, like Brian Whitaker could just pop up at your show and fucking just. I mean, that's different because he's pro, but I'm saying like fucking Brian Wynn could just pop up at your show, fucking, and then it's over, bro.
I don't know about all that, but
and then sorry. You just ran into someone that's a little bit better, and then you get mad, and then it just.
I mean, look, Dirk just pulled up at INBF Worlds for amateurs, and that's
what I'm saying, man. It's like
exactly that same situation.
You just never know with it, bro. That's it. So it's like having that mentality, and now we're segueing into the bodybuilding mentality. What do you guys think as like, all right, before we get into like what you wanted to talk about, what do you guys think for the viewers? Because I know there's a lot of beginners that watch us. Just so they can take away, like, how do you guys think that or what do you recommend, I guess say if you were to give someone advice like going into their first bodybuilding show, like what kind of mindset do you think they should have going into their first show or their first competing season?
Kind of mindset, man. I would say honestly, like, kind of like doing whatever it takes. That was my mindset. Like when I'm doing it, I'm going all in. Like I'm fully committing to it. And also, like with the mindset, like also kind of planning a little bit ahead, that you don't have other things in life going on, like that you can purely focus on that. Because I feel like if you want to like have your best package, like the best you are capable of doing, you other things in life need to suffer during that period. Kind of, so a little bit like, and that's kind of mindset, like to really, really do whatever it takes. And also like when it's getting really hard, to still have that motivation going, what you've had at the beginning, because there will be a period during prep where it's like where training sucks, where everything gets super hard, and those are the periods where people kind of slow down or like you need to be brave to like push forward during that times, and that's like being prepared for that, for the suffering kind of. So yeah, I would say.
What would you say, Brian?
I would say setting high standards for yourself.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
Like with training, with nutrition, just making sure you're on point with training, like everything's under control. You're not chasing numbers on paper, especially during prep, really.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
And then just enjoy the whole process, and take a lot of pictures, like even when you don't want to.
Yeah.
So you can look back and you can really like appreciate what you did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I would say too. Just yeah, give it, definitely fucking commit and give it all you got. But yeah, just also know that have a plan, of course, but it's not always about the numbers, man, because how you look is going to be what you're judged on, not just like, oh, I want to get to 3% body fat. You know what I mean? Like those are cool objective numbers to chase after, but it's not the end goal, right? The end goal is to just look a certain way. And so I think a lot of people get lost in like the numbers. Obviously, these are objective, variables that we use to like kind of measure progress. But you can fucking
objective sport.
Yes, exactly. You can you can not even lose a pound, but look, your physique looks different, right? You can lose like 0.5 pounds and your physique looks completely different, right? At a certain leanness, a certain, when you're super lean, usually that happens.
Yeah, but, you might be losing like grams worth of fat.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think what a lot of people run into is that they make drastic changes too fast, and then that's like another thing. It's like don't
Yeah.
If 1 week you don't lose, fucking a couple pounds or a pound, don't go crazy over like, don't try to fucking add 1,000 calories of cardio.
But that's why you have a realistic timeline as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Provide that margin for error.
Yeah, exactly. Just planning is important. But
planning.
Yeah, man.
And like Brian said, like enjoying the process is also so important.
Yeah.
You don't get suffering somehow. You can enjoy it. Like it's really hard to describe, but like it gives you something. That's at least in the case.
Yeah.
But it got really, really hard. I didn't resist it. I wasn't like, oh, this sucks. That's so bad. I was really like, because I knew that suffering, what I get out of it. That's also good mentality towards it. Like the more you suffer at some point, the more you get out of it. So.
Yeah.
In that case, it's not always like that. I wouldn't say like, oh, go hard or go home and stuff. But at some point during prep, that you really need to suffer.
Yeah, at some point. Because now I think about it, you and I did a lot of that, but like Brian, he was just cruising for a lot of his, right?
Yeah, it was just a really long timeline. So everything just became very normalized at a certain point. But like you said, at a certain point, it does have to get hard. And that was the final 3 weeks for me.
Right. Yeah. Usually it's like deep into the prep when it starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
At some point it will.
Yeah. Because you gotta. Because if you meet like like for me, we had a goal to hit 155. We got there and it's like, fuck, we need to get leaner. So then that's when it started fucking hurting, like really bad. So yeah. So at certain points you got to push, but yeah.
You need to.
Other thing is, suffering in the beginning is not always good.
No, not
like starting off fucking like, because I mean, you were ready too early, right? You're Mr. Ready too early, but how bad was it to get there in the beginning? Oh, did it? Apparently, you were feeling good, right?
Like
until a certain point.
Until a certain point, it was really like that. Like one to the next day, I felt like shit.
Oh yeah. You think it could have been mental though? Because it was around the time that you started getting buzz on social media where it was like, oh, this guy's ready too early. There's no way he feels good. And then I remember you commenting back, you're like, I feel fucking fine. And then the next week it was like, oh shit, I feel like fucking shit. Right? So you think that could have been like a psychological thing or like?
Good question. Like I remember like 2 weeks after.
I remember, yeah.
Really, really bad, but I actually got like even leaner than that. So I think that's a fine line when you like reach that level of leanness where it knocks everyone out. Like,
Yeah, because literally, like you were that ready too early physique, right? And then maybe you
I
lost like 1 pound, and then
Yeah,
that shit like then it started hurting. Just 1 pound too. See, on a lean, on a
yeah, 1-2
or
pounds.
whatever it
something.
was, yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, like on a relatively like shredded, like I don't know what your body fat was, but you were fucking there.
It was low.
Yeah, yeah, on a freaking shredded
It was
physique, like 1
5
pound
pounds,
even makes a
above
huge
stage weight.
difference. Yeah.
It was still 5 pounds above stage weight, 5 or 6 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a significantly higher percentage of your total body weight at that point.
Yeah,
Even 1
yeah,
pound.
exactly.
Like sometimes losing
that
1
one-
pound per week is even too much at the end of prep.
Yeah,
Especially if you're
exactly,
bantamweight.
exactly. Yeah, and then and 1 pound doesn't even sound like a lot. 5 pounds, I know sometimes 5 pounds doesn't even sound like a lot, but that's fucking a lot when you're already lean.
Oh,
5 pounds, man.
People don't
5 pounds
understand
might
that.
not be a
I
lot,
think we
dude.
always talk about this,
40.
but people don't understand. Imagine 5 pounds of fucking lean chicken breast, and you just
And you're
fucking
already that lean, when you're already
Yeah.
that lean, 5 pounds of that, it's like, your body is like, I don't really want to give this away.
yeah. That at some points you're gonna be losing, muscle,
Oh,
more
yeah.
muscle than fat, and you just look like shit. So since we're talking about mentality, let's get into like just everyone's mentality when it comes to bodybuilding. Like I guess how we could talk about how you kind of got started into this. Like how did you guys, what made you get into bodybuilding, I guess? Who wants to start?
I can start. Yeah. Actually, when I sorry, when I stopped doing parkour, this was the main reason. Like for everyone who doesn't know, like I was doing parkour also quite professionally from the age of I think 11 until 16. Yeah, 16 or 17.
Yeah, how do you?
17.
That shit's so crazy to me, bro.
Dude, that's
Yeah, you should post old videos. That's sick. Because you were
Yeah,
actually
man,
good at it. Like, I knew people in college that did parkour, but they were just doing gainers and stuff in the sand. Like, yeah, and they would just do
I
like,
posted some old videos of it.
like
but I
you
could
fucking were
repost
doing some wild shit, like jumping off of fucking roofs and shit. Like that's really, yeah. And you're just happy as hell, like, yeah.
dude, yeah, no, it was like the short, like
Hyped as fuck.
4 foot, like 11-year-old Dirk just like
Yeah,
hopping off buildings and shit.
yeah, I know. Fucking
Yeah, it was
hardcore shit.
so amazing, man. Like probably if I wouldn't get injured, I would still doing it until this day and probably making a living out of it. But
What
I
was
got
the injury?
hurt my knees. Sorry?
Oh, knees? Oh yeah.
Yeah, both knees. I
need
got
your
like a
knees.
jumper knee.
Yeah,
It's
you're
giving you
jumping
problems
from
to-
fucking. How do you like not fuck up your knees from jumping up? Like, you're from like, what's the highest you jumped off of? Like 10 feet?
Oh man, like easily 4 or 5 meters, man.
Yeah. So what is that in feet?
In
I don't know
feet,
got
like
version for that.
like I did a gainer like easily 5 meters. That's like whoa, I think like let me think. That's
16 and a half feet ish.
Holy, that's
Shit.
high, bro.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I fucked up my knees. I got like a chronic jumper's knee. So I tried everything to fix it. And at some point I was like, I was 17. I was like, oh, damn, I need to find something else. I can't do it anymore. I tried to fix it like for like 1 year, half a year or something for a long time. But then I was like, yeah, let's find something else. And the first thing what came to my mind was like, like strength training. Like that was the first thing. It wasn't bodybuilding at first. It was more so just doing push-ups, pull-ups and stuff, like more so street workout. I did that for like 3 months or so. And then I was like, man, that's actually a lot of fun. And then I was looking at videos, social media, like the old school bodybuilding stuff from Franco Columbu, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool. I need to join a gym.
Yeah.
And then I was like, from the day one, I was like, man, I want to compete at some point. I want to be a bodybuilder. And that's how it started at 17.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You always
So
have that discipline though to like, because I mean, to let's be real, like to compete and do go through a successful contest prep, it takes a lot of discipline, right? And a lot of, so yeah, were you always like that? Like when it came to stuff you like gung ho, like just run through a wall, you know what I mean? Like just
maybe really surprising, not at all during my parkour days when I was like 13 or 14. Like friends can even tell me it's like I was not disciplined at all. Like when we was doing strength training, it was like, man, he's a pussy. Like I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Or when it comes to like eating somewhat healthy, I was always eating shit, not caring.
yeah, because we're like we all came from like a skinny ectomorph, you know what I mean? Where our metabolism
yeah.
fast and we could eat McDonald's every day and like be still lean or skinny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was 50 kg, like 50 kg. That's like 120 pounds or so.
Yeah. So you were just flying. You were fast, small, like.
I mean, for parkour it was great. For parkour, it's so good to be super skinny and light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's like where I came from. And like bodybuilding, like at the beginning, the street workout, that built me discipline. Like I was training during the winter outside and stuff. I was like, I need to be disciplined because the reason why I stopped with parkour was also I wasn't disciplined with warm-ups, with injury prevention. Man, I was directly jumping from like 15 feet without any warm-up.
Were you this is kind of off topic a little bit, but were you doing it you're just doing it by yourself? How did you get into that? Like were you doing you were doing gymnastics or something, or
no, just by myself, but there was like a big community out there. I was even with a team, all that, so always a big group. And
okay.
Yeah, like I just learned it by myself at the beginning, and then moving forward, like the main reason why I've learned discipline again is like, because I have realized, man, if I'm not disciplined, the same thing will happen with me in bodybuilding, where I'm just getting injured all the time. Like I need to build me some discipline, and that's how I've learned it, kind of like this main method.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it.
What about you, Brian?
So
how did all this start for you?
Yeah, I mentioned this before. I did Taekwondo for about 10 years, so longer than I've been lifting still. It's crazy. So from age of 6 to 16, and I was a black belt. I competed in tournaments though, but I think the like real defining moment was when I went to my my first tournament. And I competed in the forms, so like doing like the patterns of techniques, and also in sparring too. And I got my ass handed to me in the sparring portion. And because the thing was back then, like at the studio I was training at, I was like the big fish in the small pond.
Got it. Yeah.
It's like, so from the time I was a kid, like I would receive a lot of praise, and then I got to be one of the older ones there, and it was like there wasn't any competition to really push me any further. And then when I went to a local tournament, I got my ass handed to me, and that made me realize, like, shit, like the world's a lot bigger than you think. I was like, because I was like, what, 14, 15 at the time. Thought I was the shit. Got my ass handed to me at a local tournament, and then I realized, like, I realize now that I didn't put that much discipline into it. Like I was disciplined, but I didn't have those higher standards for myself, because I was always on the local level. I wasn't like Dirk said, I wasn't taking my warm-ups as seriously. I wasn't doing like strength training outside to improve my my performance while training for martial arts, you know. And then that big fish in the small pond, that little experience, that made me realize I gotta have higher standards for myself in bodybuilding. When I started lifting, I wanted to be the best at it. The best at it.
What got you into lifting though? Like you just like in high school, you were just like watching people online?
I was doing Taekwondo, and then I just wanted to get jacked. I kind of wanted to get into bodybuilding like right away. Like a lot of my training, it was like very bodybuilding hypertrophy focused since the beginning.
You want to get jacked for what? Like you just like wanted to get jacked? Like you just like Just want to look good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any deep reason behind it. Just wanted to get jacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Month it was the same for me, or the first 1 or 2 weeks. I was like, just want to be checked now.
Yeah, I just want to get as big as possible naturally. And the goal hasn't changed since then.
Yeah, then you just fucking kick people's ass like fucking. Now no one can fuck with you if you're that jacked and you're a black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah. But that definitely affected how I approach bodybuilding now. Because if I was doing it how I did it back then, I'd be just going to local shows only. I wouldn't be going to worlds. I wouldn't be trying to get my ass handed to me by Dirk.
Oh yeah. No, I feel you.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
And that whoever that second place guy was.
I don't know that guy.
I don't know his name. It was really
And I was still like, wow. I was still like, when I stand next to him, oh, do I beat him? Like, oh, he's sick.
Yeah, they were sick.
And I mean, he had the age on you too, so it's like, then it's like.
And I wanted to get compared to the best, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
no, I feel that.
Because
what's the point, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course you could win the local levels, because it's very like,
local level.
Yeah, it's small.
Small pond.
Sometimes people won't even show up. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, like Worlds was crazy. The bantam class, man. Like,
that was so
it
sick.
was like a pro bantam class, man. Like the standard.
I mean, it's gonna be crazy because then, if all of us fucking keep doing this shit, eventually we're gonna be pro, and we're gonna be doing it on the pro stage.
We're eventually gonna be on the same stage, man.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fucking crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. That would be so sick to see like everyone in that lineup on the pro stage, and it's the same lineup, like plus whoever's in bantam, like in the pro class. If did they even have pro bantam at Worlds? I forgot. No, right?
Lightweight.
Just lightweight.
So
yeah,
I mean that's probably because they didn't have enough people doing.
Not enough bantam.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, we'll see. Maybe we'll be lightweight by 2026 when Brian's ready. I feel like we'll all be lightweight. Well, who knows?
I would be fine with lightweight, like it's 68. So,
but it would be just so cool to see like everyone, because I think everyone in that class could get, become pro evenally at some point if they stick with it. I don't know how serious they are, but
it's also crazy, man.
Oh yeah. So I'm saying, everyone in that class has potential to be eventually become pro. So.
Yeah, in the next few years.
Yeah.
The next 5 years.
Yeah.
Rusty Slav, I think, right?
I'm trying to fucking get that shit too when I compete. That's why I don't know if 2023 is not promising. Like, then I'll take another off season. It really just depends on everything, like where my life is at that time, or if I feel like my off season's good and I don't want to cut it short. But 2023, yeah.
What's life looking for you guys? How's that looking for you guys from now till then?
Man, I don't know. So for me, I want to start online coaching soon. So that's why I've been working on a lot right now. So because I work at a gym right now, but eventually I don't want to be I don't want to be training one-on-one forever. So I want to expand, I want to scale. So I've been I've been getting mentorship to start up. So I've been planning it. Because what I was gonna do, like what everyone does, is just fucking promote it. But I want to have more of like something set. You know what I mean? Like I want everything set, like a website or whatever it may be, like an app or I'm gonna work on an app I think soon before I actually like promote it. So I'm trying to be in this space. So
Wait, let's rewind it back. What got you into?
Oh yeah, for me. Well, are you done? You done? I'm good. Talking about you started bodybuilding. Yeah, my story. I don't know. Well, I don't really have too much a story. Like, man, I just always been competitive. I've always had. I mean, I think being Asian. I don't know about you, but just being Asian, like when you do something, it's like you're ingrained. Your parents ingrained, or at least my parents ingrained you to like. Just have discipline with whatever you do, right? Yeah. And so I think that's where it kind of stemmed from, just growing up like that. And then with Filipinos, or just with my parents, I could say they're always competitive. Like they're always trying to compare to other Asian families, or you know what I mean? That's how Asians are, or at least Filipinos are. They're always trying to compare like just compare like whatever it is. It's like, oh, I'm trying to get the better bag or whatever, Louis Vuitton bag for the woman. It's like it's stuff like that. So it's like you're always comparing yourself, you know, what clothes you're wearing, whatever. So I feel like it's just ingrained in me to be competitive at a young age. And then I've always been active. Like I love playing sports. I've played basketball growing up, football, or whatever. And so after high school, I just needed an outlet because I wasn't gonna play college ball. You know, I wasn't that good. I didn't have the height, and I was skinny too. That was another thing. In high school, I was skinny. I didn't work out much because I didn't know how to do it. Like I would go to the gym, but I just would do the machines, and I didn't have any base on just like how to standardize programming and like how to do certain movements. I would just go on the machines, look at, you know how that some machines have like the instructions, the diagram. So I'll just do that. And so I needed an outlet after high school, and my cousins were into, like, they were playing basketball in like adult leagues and stuff, and some of them, a couple of them were just working out. They just had like a group of them that just would go to their basement gym with very minimal equipment, and they would just work out there. And I was like, yo, I got out of high school, I'm like, yo, let me they asked me one time, I went to their house and they were working out, and then I was like, yo, what are you guys doing? And then they were like, we're working out, and they invited me, and then from then on I just kept going. And then and then that kind of stemmed, or that kind of led to me wanting, like, I was doing more like military training because I wanted to go to the military at one point. So I was doing a lot of running, a lot of just like calisthenics, and just like pulling tires down the tires down the street, push-ups, like just like circuit training, stuff like that, like where I could run. Like I was in the best shape of my life. I feel like I could run forever, and I was fast. Leading into bodybuilding, I after that, I didn't go to the military because my parents were fucking bugging out. They were like crying and shit. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And so I needed an outlet. I needed like another goal, you know what I mean? Because I started getting into, like, when I got my first year in college, I started getting into like partying, you know what I mean? Like the college life, just drinking and shit. I started going down, like, you know, experiencing that, like girls and whatnot.
A little rabbit hole.
And so so I needed an outlet because I kind of, like, I was going hard for like a whole year, and then once the summer hit, I was partying way too much. And then once the end of the summer hit, for like 2 months, I was like partying like every fucking weekend, like during the week too. And so I just needed to get back. I was like, fuck. I looked at my physique. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I worked hard as hell to like get a decent physique, and it just went away because I didn't train for like 2 months. And so I got back on, and I'm like, yo, I need a goal. And so bodybuilding wasn't that big in 2010, like around there, 2011, or like 2010-ish is.
It was big, but it wasn't on social media.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't. This is when Instagram kind of first came out, like in 20.
Yeah, it wasn't until like 2012, 2013, I think.
Yeah, I would say like around
Facebook,
the time, like around the time like Matt Ogus and Simo was competing, and Tyler was like posting stuff on YouTube. I think YouTube really kind of pushed that pushed the needle for bodybuilding. But that's pretty much what it came from. We my cousin was he worked out, you know, we worked out to get a great physique so we could look good on the beach for girls, whatever it was. For most people it's like that, dude, but just to look good, you know. And so so he had a friend that like was doing bodybuilding locally at INBF shows and stuff. We had a few friends, so he was like, yo, why don't you try to do this? You have a decent physique, why don't you try to do this? I was like, fuck it, let me do it. I never thought I could do this. I never thought I would jump in like a fucking thong and flex, but yeah.
I mean, who starts out expecting to do that?
Exactly. I always used to make fun of that shit, to be honest.
I wanted to do men's physique when I started.
Oh yeah. That's another. The men's physique thing is another story for me. But what led to, like, I think I've always had that discipline though, man. Like I've always been like the small kid that was just had a lot of heart. I was never the biggest, never the strongest, never the fastest, but I was still like there, you know what I mean? I was still able to hang, but I was just always I wasn't the last pick, but I just was not ever the first pick.
No, right? I feel you there, because then I feel like my whole life, I think I've always been like above average, but never at the top.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it got to that point with Taekwondo. I was good, but I wasn't like great.
Yeah.
I want to find that one thing that I can be great at.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so the discipline was just always there. I think just because I was never the best at anything, man, and I wanted to be up there.
Yeah,
And so I just always had that. The only thing I could give to any sport that I did was just the discipline, the hard work. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could give, because I wasn't genetically gifted. I wasn't, you know what I mean? Wasn't always like just naturally good at shit. I had to like work at it. So it was just always ingrained in me. Like and then just like with training, I figured like I learned, you know, like I said, I was partying a lot. I learned that you have to fucking be consistent with it, or else you lose all of it. You know what I mean? If you don't take care of your body, if you're not consistent with training. So I think that's another turning point where I learned like, fuck, now I really have to like make this a lifestyle, or else, you know, you could work hard for like a whole year or 6 months or whatever it is and make great progress. But once you stop, it's like fucking you'll lose.
Yeah, it's that period of regression that really makes you like question how bad do I want it? You know?
Yeah, man. True. Yeah. Because I was doing real
good.
Have you
ever had a
what is that?
Dirk, have you ever had a period like that where you kind of regressed and then it kind of
Like,
made click for you after that?
I like a time period where when I was still training, where I like kind of stepped back a bit.
Yeah, took a step back.
Maybe
like,
you stopped working out for whatever reason.
Maybe stopped for a little bit or anything.
My big 2 injuries in 2017, where I wasn't training for like I think 4 or 5 months at all.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
And I was really like in my mind, like,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Like it was really a period where I was mentally done with it. I was like, kind of, let's just keep it chill, like still do some kind of training, but not like pushing the limits. But then after like 4 or 5 months, I started to miss it a lot. I was like, my life lacked some sense of purpose, you know. I wasn't like bodybuilding also gives me that kind of like mission in life, you know, like where I'm like waking up and I have something to achieve, some goals, and that was totally missing on the athletic side of things. I was like I love being an athlete, and this was just missing. It was just working out for no reason. It felt so wrong to me. It was like, I need to hit PRs, I need to get better, I just need it. I was missing that. So yeah, this was a time in like 2016, 17, I think. Yeah, for like 4 or 5 months.
It's about the same time as me. I had my first year of college. I stopped tracking macros because I just wanted to enjoy life after my first prep. So
you're just going into college. I know exactly.
Intuitively, like I didn't party. I partied maybe one time that year, but I was eating intuitively, which meant Jack in the Box at 4 a.m. Like fucking McDonald's.
What were you doing at 4 a.m? Oh, just
Bro,
like out, just hanging out.
Yeah,
right?
you're in college for the first time. You're away from home, so you're just like fuck sleep. I'm
you don't want to too. Like what
for the fuck of it. Yeah, that was the worst regression I've ever seen in my life. Like my physique, let's see, at the end of prep, I was about 155, 160. At the end of my first year of college, I was 175, and it wasn't a bad 175, but I definitely atrophied and put on a good amount of fat.
I can also send you some pictures later how my physique looked like in 2017 after 4 or 5 months of training.
Yeah, I still have pictures, and that reminds me not to eat intuitively ever again. Maybe down the line when I'm a bit more comfortable with it, but definitely not like 2 years in.
Are you so you're not eating intuitively right now?
It's kind of intuitive, but I actually have the intuition to eat intuitively because I'm tracking protein, I'm tracking total calories, I'm tracking carbs and fats too, but the carbs and fats are a little loose. It's just whatever gets me to that total calorie goal while still hitting 200 grams of protein.
Yeah.
So it's intuitive in a way, but still
not like enough. Not that free.
Still structured enough that I'm not like eating Jack in the Box at 4 a.m. and probably not getting enough protein in. Like
that's what. Right. Yeah, just not getting enough.
I'd go to the dining hall, right? I'd go to the dining hall and I'd get like 3 cups of slushies. It was so damn good. So I just,
And that's it.
yeah. No, sometimes
So it
go
was
to
just
the
no
dining hall
balance.
for a
That's what
slushie.
it is. You're intuitively eating, but you just weren't good at it.
Yeah, like there's no reference. Like I didn't.
There's no
have, like,
intuitive. You're not
There-
eating intuitive.
No,
You're just eating like fucking shit at that point.
Yeah. Intuitive
You're just
eating.
eating what you want. That's not intuitive.
Yeah, no, it was intuitive eating without the maturity aspect of it. So I wasn't
Right. Yeah.
like I'd be like, okay, I haven't had enough protein today. Let me go eat a whole fucking plate of rice and shrimp. But it's like, was I hitting as much protein as I needed to? Probably not.
yeah.
It was an attempt at intuitive eating.
Yeah. Because in
but-
college, yo, I didn't dorm, but I had a lot of friends that dorm. So they would bring me to the dining hall and they would swipe me in for free, or it'd be like $5 or whatever. And bro, I was like, what the fuck? If I dormed, I'd be a fucking great bodybuilder, because
here's
they
the
had
thing.
fucking shit ton of chicken breasts. I'm like, what the? I would just pack that in. I would bring like a container, take all that chicken breast and like I forget whatever else they had. They had a lot of junk food too, but they had like good food. Like you get chicken breast and like I think rice and
yeah, that was the problem. That was the problem. One swipe and you could eat as much as you fucking wanted to.
Yeah.
I knew people who would stay there all day.
Oh my god. No, but the point is that they did have like you had like grilled chicken breasts and stuff. Like you had decent stuff.
Yeah, but it's like
nutrient
there's
dense
good chicken breast, but there's also fried food.
Right. So yeah, that's the thing.
I was gonna go for the fried food. I just finished prep.
Yeah. Cause yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, maybe now I would deal with it better, but I just finished prep. I was 2 years.
No, I feel you. And then and then you just got
ham.
into college. It's like
Yeah,
you're living on your own pretty much. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So
Now I'm a lot more grounded, so I could intuitively eat if I wanted to, but
yeah.
Why? I want to direct more effort into.
I know there are way better results with tracking. Like if I don't track, I don't have as good of progress as I have with training wise.
Or it's more predictable too.
Yeah, way more predictable.
Yeah.
That was
like,
the 1 year I didn't track
10
over the last 9.
don't
Almost.
want to have it under control.
Mhm.
You know, like certain things you don't have control over, but the things we have control over, I like to have control over.
Yeah, and that's important, man. Yeah. Like sleep, man. People don't take a lot of the variables into account, like those little things like stress and sleep. That's huge, man. When I don't get good sleep, my training suffers so much, especially now. Like I notice it, especially now. Like if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, my training suffers so much. Like I feel like shit, and then my days are like my energy is just weird all day, and and then it snowballs over. Like because if one day I get 6 hours of sleep, then the next day I get like 6 hours, and the next day I get like 4 hours. Like it just snowballs.
Yeah, I was just talking to Dirk about this. Like lately, I've only been getting 6 to 6.5. It feels like it feels okay, but I want to do better because
man,
it's that complacency that got me to not make as much progress as I wanted to last off season. I made a lot, but I definitely could have made more if I didn't, pull all those all-nighters and then all those days where I slept like 3 to 5 hours.
Yeah, man, it has a lot to do with planning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing now, I'm just starting to do it now, is on my Google Calendar, I'm just like every time slot, I know exactly what I'm doing. And that's what.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, literally every time slot, like that's what I'm planning. Like this week, I'm just starting to do this now, like this week. So I think it's just gonna really help and just stay focused on everything, work and sleep and training and just everything I got to do, and then cut out like all the extra bullshit, like just sitting around like watching videos. If I am watching videos, I'm gonna fucking put it into a time slot throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I'm not just like, I don't get, because it's easy to get lost in like, oh, I go on YouTube and watch an hour video and then it leads to another hour video that leads to a 2 hour video, like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then then next thing you know, you look up and it's like fucking like, oh shit, I got to go back to work. And then it's like, or whatever, you have to go to, it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and like, so I'm starting to do that now. So
my issue is that, so when I study for like 6 hour blocks. And so I forget to eat sometimes. Like I've been forcing myself to just drink water and eat and stuff. But usually on those days that I forget to eat while I'm studying, it's going to like carry over. So I come home from studying at the bookstore or whatever. And then I got like 3,000 calories to eat from like 9 p.m. until 11 or 12. And then, yeah, at this point, I have to force feed, right?
Yeah. So you got to plan. Yeah. I think planning.
It's tough. It's tough when I don't plan ahead or when I lose consciousness of that when I'm studying.
Yeah,
and then it rolls over into my sleep, and then my sleep takes a hit.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, I was gonna ask Dirk how he's been doing it, but he's fucking, he got COVID, so you're this week you're getting a shit ton of sleep.
Yeah,
but your sleep has always been good though, right? You get 10 hours on normal days, right?
Yeah, but now like on normal days, 8 to 9.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good.
But right now, like 14 or so.
Yeah, damn, 14, you're a bear, bro.
Just so I can sleep like that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
True, man. But I need it, man.
Before we we're almost running out of time. So before we do this, let me see if we have any comments, because I like reading these YouTube comments.
Yeah.
I think last Ian Eggle says, fantastic content, guys. Looking forward to the future updates. Awesome. Thanks, Ian. Jared. Oh, it's Jared. He said, you guys with no appetite. Wish I had that problem. 3,700 to 4,000 calories a day and still hungry. I mean, for me, it's like, you guys still hungry all the time? Mine's up and down. Sometimes I'm really hungry. Sometimes I'm not. But
after training, I'm hungry. But
yeah, sometimes I'm like force feeding. It's weird, man. That's another thing too to mention. When I don't have it planned out, like when my days are different, like with sleep, like one day I'll get 8 hours, one day I get 4 hours, one day, you know what I mean? That messes with my eating patterns, and that messes like most of the days, like the past couple months, every morning I've been hungry. So it's like, oh, cool, I eat this. Yeah. And then when my sleep got fucked up, that's when like I'll wake up at like a certain time and then I'm just not hungry. Like then I have to force feed, and it's not a good feeling to force feed.
Yeah.
So, so that's another thing. Just being, yeah. So that's another thing. But and Kyle Power says, I'll teach all you guys how to scuba dive. Yo, we gotta take a trip in the future. That'd be lit somewhere.
Thailand, bro. Let's.
Yo, I would love to go to Thailand.
Man, Thailand.
Let Brian get his degree, become his BSN, and then we'll go out. We'll take a vacation.
This would be dope, man.
Nice trip. But yeah, man, you guys have anything to add before we end the show? That was pretty good. We had a good conversation about bodybuilding mentality. Any takeaways for the viewers about just the mentality when it comes to bodybuilding? You guys have any closing thoughts?
Damn, putting us on the spot like that.
I mean, you could repeat pretty much what I mean. I feel like when it comes to bodybuilding, just enjoy it. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, man, because you can get so lost in like trying to win and like trying to be the best, and that's good and all, like, and that's a great goal, but if it like kind of ruins the enjoyment of things, like I think you're doing it wrong, because you won't last, man. You really won't last. So that's what I think.
You need to find some enjoyment in it, some fulfillment. Otherwise you won't last. That's like you for a few years, and then you
right. If you're
burned out, don't enjoy it. So,
exactly. If you
have a job, make a lot of money, but if you don't enjoy it, you will eventually get burned out. Definitely.
That's the same thing I tell to anyone who's like barely getting into it. The people who enjoy it and last the longest are the ones who are going to be the best. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, like you can see a lot of genetic freaks, a lot of teenagers coming out of nowhere, like with crazy lifts, crazy physiques, and then a lot of them burn out because they just don't enjoy it. It's not. Yeah,
they don't enjoy it. They just want to. The only thing in their mind is that they have to win. But then they go against people like people that have been doing it like us, and then it's like they're humbled and they're like, "Fuck, I should have won. Damn, I'm not doing this shit no more because I can't." You know what I mean? And then like we talked about, they complain. People complain about people being not being adequate. Like I'm not genetically gifted, so I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's like. I'm not like the top, I don't have the top genetics, so I can't be good at this, but you really can. You just got to really have a good mentality when it comes to all this
Yeah.
stuff.
You gotta maximize what you got.
Yeah, exactly. And that could
And-
really fucking take you far. Look at all of us.
Until you maximize it, don't even start to.
And you won't
complain.
even know. Yeah, like
Yeah.
people are already like they just start off and they're like, oh fucking, I'm trying to win and fucking, and then they figure out that they don't have the best genetics and it's like oh fuck this sport.
Yeah.
But I mean those are the people that are not for, you know, this is not for everyone at the end of the day too. So they'll learn either way. So
That's
yeah. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, guys, for watching the podcast. I know we are all over the place today, but yeah. But bodybuilding mentality, man. That was the main thing. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, we love to hear from you guys. Comment down below. Like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.
Natty boys. Oh, I forgot my song. Natty boys. Natty boys.
New outro.
Fugazi.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
That's a wrap.
All right, let's